This video was sponsored by Ultimate Guard, but even long before this channel was sponsored by Ultimate Guard, they were always my #1 choice when it comes to sleeves or deck boxes. Pick up Ultimate Guard products at your local game store or order them on Amazon. Link down below. Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video came about because of a mistake. I came across a card that was first printed in the Modern Horizon 3's Commander pre-constructed deck, Graveyard Overdrive. I read the card's name in the rules text and thought, oh wow, I need to make this into a Commander deck. And after picking out a bunch of cards that I thought would be ruthless in this deck, I realized my mistake. This isn't a legendary creature. So I found a commander that fit what I was trying to do, which brings you up to speed. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Zevlor Eturel Exile is a 4-mana 4/2 legendary tiefling warrior with haste. We may pay 2 and tap him. If we do, the next instant or sorcery spell that we cast that only targets a single opponent, or a single permanent an opponent controls this turn, for each other opponent, choose that player or a permanent they control, copy that spell, and the copy targets the chosen player or permanent. In other words, for 2 mana, we make it so that spot removal or spells that target players now target all of our opponents or something each of our opponents control. So a card like Portent could draw us 3 cards, assuming we still have 3 opponents. We could cast Mystic Confluence and bounce 3 creatures and draw 6 cards. The drawback is that we can only do this once per turn and that our spells will cost 2 more mana. However, if we can untap our commander, we could do it even more often. Now, I know I've had some pricey decks on this channel recently, but I like to mix things up. I enjoy playing all along the spectrum of commander. This deck, at the time of recording, was under $100 to build. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. One more quick note before we get started. If you're looking for a unique gift for that special someone this holiday season, you should check out these lovely 3D printed deck boxes over on Etsy. The creator is wonderful to work with and ships the deck boxes out quickly, so please go check them out. After the video, of course. For lands, we're running Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Crumbling Necropolis, Drowned Catacomb, Dragon Skull Summit, Sulphur Falls, Tainted Isle, Tainted Peak, Pharos Lake, Underground River, Sulphurous Springs, Shivan Reef, Choked Estuary, Foreboding Ruins, Frostboil Snarl, Dimir Aqueduct, Rakdos Cranarium, Is It Boilerworks, Bajuka Bog, Myriad Landscape, Evolving Wilds, Terramorphic Expanse, 4 Islands, 4 Swamps, and 4 Mountains. Not too shabby for a budget deck. Our mana ramp consists of Stormkiln Artist, Cormella Glamour Thief, Mind Splice Apparatus, the Enigma Jewel, Patriarch's Seal, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Dominance, Talisman of Indulgence, Talisman of Creativity, Dimir Signet, Rakdos Signet, Is It Signet, Gilded Lotus, Thrawn Dynamo, and Rousing Refrain. I know that's a lot. Remember, a lot of our spells are going to cost 2 more mana if we want them to hit multiple targets, so we're going to need some extra ramp. That and Rousing Refrain is hilarious in this deck. For card advantage, we've got Archmage Emeritus, Talent of the Telepath, Kess Dissonant Mage, Fortune's Favor, Mystic Confluence, Frantic Search, Big Score, Portent, Pilfered Plans, and Siphon Mind. Not a lot, I know, but don't worry, a lot of our interaction also draws us cards. Our interaction and spot removal consist of Abrade, Annihilate, Bedevil, Blightning, Bribery, Chain Assassination, Cleansing Wildfire, Counterspell, Cruel Ultimatum, Dregs of Sorrow, Execute, Feed the Swarm, Flame of Anor, Geomancer's Gambit, Implode, Incendiary Command, Leadership Vacuum, Negate, Prismari Command, Rakdos Charm, Raise to the Ground, Rise of the Eldrazi, Slay, Smash, Snap, and Withering Torment. Lots of nasty spells that, when copied, become even more ruthless. For board wipes, we've got Deadly Cover-Up, Decree of Pain, and Overwhelming Forces. Gotta love not only resetting the board, but drawing a ton of cards as well. The core of our deck consists of Exterminator Magmark, Thousand Year Storm, Illusionist's Bracers, Thousand Year Elixir, Staff of Domination, Retreat to Coralhelm, Freed from the Real, Rings of Brighthearth, Extract Brain, and Swiftfoot Boots to help protect our commander. As you can see, the core of our deck is mostly about copying spells and triggers multiple times, as well as untapping our commander. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources split between 34 lands and 16 pieces of ramp, right on target. 10 pieces of card advantage plus 15 other cards that either work as cantrips or draw us a ton of cards in the right circumstances. 26 pieces of interaction, 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Rakdos Charm and Bojuka Bog, 1 Sudden Eye win card in Rise of the Eldrazi. Now, we do have several ways to generate colorless mana, both from lands and mana rocks. The problem is, this is a 12 mana spell, and we're wanting to copy it by paying 2 more mana. To enable this, we'll want to use Zevlor to copy Rousing Refrain, generate a ton of mana, then use one of our untap effects to untap Zevlor, so we can then copy Rise of the Eldrazi. Drawing 12 cards, destroying 3 permanents, and then taking 3 more turns should close out the game for us nicely. But more realistically, we'll probably be copying Cruel Ultimatum. I wanted to make a quick note on copying multimodal spells. When you copy a spell, you copy everything about that spell. This includes targets, which is why a lot of copy effects specifically say you may choose new targets for the spell. So when I cast Mystic Confluence and I choose to bounce a creature and draw 2 cards, that means I bounce 3 creatures and draw 6 cards. I don't get to re-pick what modes there are on new copies, so keep that in mind when copying spells. Now, there are better cards out there that we could use to make this deck more powerful. However, we're on a budget here. This deck is mean and nasty, but honestly, these are the types of decks I enjoy playing. Why? Not because I like being archenemy, but because I like being fair. I like running decks like Aristocrats, where I'm draining the life from all of my opponents, not just one. Or Spellslinger, where I'm killing the entire table at the same time. I never liked singling out a player like Voltron tends to do. And this deck, because we're targeting everyone, plays into what I enjoy about Commander. Do you have a Zevlor Eturel Exile Commander deck? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Damon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alex, Borgi, Nazwin, Conga, Aaron, Chris, Robert, Austin, William Pye, Kazaris, Booksu, Patrick, Travis, Nappy, Sean, and Michael. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.